In March 2021, a TikTok went viral exposing the unequal weight rooms between the men and women players participating in the NCAA tournament known as March Madness. This caused an uproar of people advocating for women's equality and discontent over how the NCAA was treating women athletes. During this year's March Madness tournament, the NCAA has made some changes, like allowing women to use the same logo as men and similar amenities. However, there is still a lot more that needs to be done.
I think Title IX is huge. It's still very prevalent today. There are some unconscious biases, towards compared to the women and men's sports. I think it has been improving. I think there's more awareness and attention being brought, especially through social media, at the college level, especially during March Madness. So I think it's progressing, not as fast as I'd like it to, but it's slowly progressing.
A 118-page gender equality report was conducted on the NCAA, highlighting the prioritization of men's sports. It was shown that the men's tournament costs were to be around $20 to $25 million more than the women's tournament costs in 2021.
The men's team got a little better treatment from locker rooms and merchandise they got, as well as more fans attended, and it was more advertised, the men's games, compared to our games throughout high school and in college a little bit.
Especially for Carmont basketball, I noticed ASB has been promoting the boys' games a little more than our game, and it was more apparent on our senior night. They promoted their away game against Sequoia. They told people to come support, and they had a whole student section at Sequoia where our home game for our seniors, it was kind of just filled with parents. We didn't get a lot of student support, and I think a big part of that was because ASB just didn't give us the right recognition.
The inaccessibility of photos and videos of women's games were a key factor in the absence of media attention and less viewership in the women's March Madness games.
Women's games aren't being played on as many broadcasting sites as it should. It needs to be shown on ESPN, ESPN2. There's many times I want to watch a game and I can't unless I have to subscribe for something extra. I don't think they're advertised enough compared to the men's games, and I think if they had that equal opportunity, more viewers would watch and more revenue would come in.
If women's basketball had a little more publicity, people could see that our games can be just as interesting, and with more people noticing that and more fans, that makes the atmosphere more interesting as well, which in turn creates the whole game to be just a whole new level of entertainment.
All of the awareness about the gender inequity in college sports has motivated the NCAA to implement changes towards equality. With that being said, the NCAA is not solely responsible for closing the gender inequality gaps in sports, and each of us need to do our part to support women athletes in women's sports.
We can't wait for other people to speak up for us. It has to be our voices being heard, and I think if more non-basketball, very basketball junkie fans can hop on that, I think the support will grow exponentially all over.
Reporting for Scott Center News, I'm Sydney Tao.